Welcome back, everyone. You may be in a situation where your Xbox controller, whether it's the Series X or S or the Xbox One controllers, maybe they're just not turning on. Now, as you can see, mine does turn on. It's just not connected to the Xbox, so it's turned off. But essentially, the main way that I've seen time and time again to go ahead and fix your controller when it's not turning on is to actually turn your controller over to the other side of the console and just make sure that the batteries you put inside your console are fully functional. And on top of that, you want to make sure that the Xbox One or Series X or S controllers batteries are charged up. So if I go ahead and take this little portion out, you will see I do have two batteries in here. Now, depending on your controller, you may have a rechargeable battery, you may have these standard batteries. So sometimes what you want to do is you want to take these batteries out just like so, and you want to make sure these prongs inside are cleaned out, make sure they're good. But on top of that, you want to make sure the batteries that you had are placed in there correctly. So as always, this is the plus side, this is the minus side. So you want to make sure that the first battery is put in just like this. And you want to make sure the next battery is put in like this. So the plus side goes in this way. And before you even go any further, you always want to go ahead and hold this button down. And you want to make sure it turns on. As long as it turns on, you're good. That will probably end up fixing the issue. If you notice your controller still doesn't turn on, you want to go ahead and replace these batteries. You want to put in some other batteries inside of here. That is pretty much the main thing you can do, as long as there's not some crazy like hardware defect inside of these. As long as these batteries are put in properly, or you replace these batteries, maybe you try with like a different TV remote or whatever the case is, and you want to make sure you're able to go ahead and actually use this controller. So put in new batteries and go that way. Let's say you do that and that doesn't work still. Well, the next thing I would recommend doing is actually just plugging in your controller, whether it's into like an actual port of the console or even I think into like a charging port of like a wall outlet or something. And you want to see if your specific controller turns on. I would actually recommend you just to plug it in straight to the console. So grab a USB Type-C cord or grab a micro USB cord if you're having an Xbox One controller. Plug your specific controller into the console, and you want to see if it's able to connect to the console. Now, this will go one of two ways. One, your controller will still not turn on, or your controller will turn on kind of like what mine's doing. It'll connect and you'll be able to use your controller, but the batteries are just not functional. You'll still be able to use the controller, but you'll just have to have it plugged in until you get new batteries. Now, if that happens, then you're fine. Just get new batteries and you're good. But if your controller still doesn't turn on, even when it's plugged into the console, your controller is just, there's probably something wrong with it. And you have a couple options. You can either get a new controller, or you can contact Microsoft and have them, look at it. If you bought it brand new, I would recommend returning the console, getting a new one. Or if you bought it from somebody else, letting them know and seeing if they had the same issues and if they were able to fix this somehow. So those are a couple ways to go ahead and fix an Xbox One controller if it doesn't work fully. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much for you guys to hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.